Okay, everybody, welcome to the class. How are you today?
Hello, teacher. Good
So
evening.
first, good evening.
Good evening, welcome. Okay, so we're going to start the class of today. So nice night, and let's check how it goes. So, of course, the first thing is to check about the class of today, and this is the question of today. And remember to make the 1.7 exercise. Also remember that when you type, sometimes there are some things that we need to consider, right? Periods, punctuation, things like that are important. So let's try to do that one. If by any chance there is any error, just let me know in the chat and we are going to check into that one. Okay. Perfect. So we are going to start by checking the attendance. So let's see how it goes. Ada Azucena Cáceres Mendoza. Ana Claudia González Velázquez. Dani Josué García Martínez. Fernando Marvin González Martínez. Francisco Eduardo Figueroa Mejía. Heidi Eugenia Salguero de Rivas.
Present.
Good. Ileana Giselle Cañas Escobar.
Present, teacher.
Good. José Marcos Rodríguez Ayala. José Osmin Rivas Navas.
Present, teacher.
Good. José Wilfredo Ayala Sorto.
Present, teacher.
Good. Juan Miguel Bran Mejía.
Present, teacher.
Good. María Alejandra Barrientos Romero.
Present.
Good. Ramón Enrique Mata Escobar. Roberto Luis Umaña Orellana. Roxana Ivette Asensio de Mejía. Sonia Guadalupe Benítez de Claros. Zuleima Ivonne Moreno de Hernández. I got you, Ada. I see that you're back here. And Francisco. Okay, very well. Ada and Francisco. Good, perfect. Okay, so we are going to start today with a video that is also very short. And as usual, we're going to check. We're going to provide any feedback, opinion about this one. So here we go.
I have spent the last 16 years studying how cultural differences are changing global organizations. But I have not always been working in a cross-cultural space. I was raised in a very monocultural place. I was raised in Minnesota, in the Midwest of the US. And it was only later as an adult that I started living in other countries and kind of learning about these things. But I had a situation early in my career that got this all started for me, where I was on a trip to Japan with a Japanese colleague, and I gave a short presentation to a group of Japanese participants, and at the end of the presentation I asked them if they had any questions. When I looked at the group, no one raised their hands, so I went to sit down. My Japanese colleague then said to me, "Erin, I think actually there were some questions. Do you mind if I try?" And I said, "Okay, fine." So he then stood up, and again he said, any questions? And again no one raised their hand. But this time he looked very carefully at the group. "Oh, do you have a question?" And the woman said, "Well, thank you, I do." And she asked a fascinating question. And then he did it again. "Oh, do you have something you'd like to say?" "Yes, thank you, I do." So afterwards I said to him, how did you know that these people had questions? And he said to me, "Well, it had to do with how bright their eyes were." And I thought, wow, they don't teach us that in Minnesota. So then I said, "But how do you know how bright their eyes are?" And he said, "Well, in Japan we don't make as much direct eye contact as you do in the West. So when you ask people if they have any questions, most people are not looking at you directly. But a few people in the audience are looking directly at you, and their eyes are bright. And that indicates that they would be comfortable with you calling on them. So the next day I gave another presentation, and again I asked if there were any questions, and again no one raised their hand. But this time I thought, okay, I'll just try. So I did as he'd instructed, and I looked carefully at the group, and I saw, just as he said, that only a couple of people in the room were looking directly at me. And if I really thought about it, well, yes, okay, their eyes were bright. So, I gestured to one of them, and he kind of went like that, and then I said, would you like to say something? And he said, yes, thank you. So this was a very important experience for me because, well, there's an expression in Japanese which is kuki yomanai. They shorten it to KY, and it means someone who is unable to read the atmosphere, or someone who's unable to read the air, meaning to pick up the communication that's in the air. And here we could see that he clearly could read the air, and I was clearly KY. But I also saw that with a little bit of assistance and direction, that I also could become better at picking up those signals that were in the air. So then as I was thinking about this, I became very interested in trying to figure out if there was a method that we could use to help people to better read the atmosphere when they were working with cultures that they didn't know intimately. And we then started to develop this framework that came from lots and lots of research, where we divided culture up into different types of behaviors, and we started looking at, how is trust built in different parts of the world, and how do we make decisions differently in different parts of the world, and we saw that we were able to come up with patterns for how countries or cultures fell differently on those scales.
Okay, what did you get from this one? Any comments or feedback? Hello.
Teacher, that maybe when we are going to make an exposition with different or people from different countries, maybe we should make a research about this kind of, because it's cultural, I guess. Maybe we have to make some research, right?
That is true. I mean, when you go to other countries, when you change the people, the audience that you are dealing with, of course, you need to research. And sometimes, I mean, it's kind of difficult. For example, I was reading about a teacher that he went to India, and when at the end he said, are there any questions? Some people did like this, some people did like this, some people, and it's because in different parts of India, there are different ways to say yes. So, well, you need to know that those kinds of things. If you go there to India, you need to research to see how you were going to be dealing with these differences that we have, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good, perfect.
Especially when making a business, right? You need to know the right way to behave, maybe.
That is very true. There are many things around the world. Actually, tomorrow maybe we're going to read about that one. But for example, also I was reading that I remember that it was in Korea. In Korea, it's not good that you touch the kid's head because they believe that in the head is the soul. So if you touch their head, everybody's going to say like, oh my goodness, what is he doing? Not good, right? So there are many things. There are many things, and depending on where you go, you need to research. Sometimes actually there will be things that are not going to be there in the books, right? You need to maybe research with people. What is normal? What do I do? What don't I have to do? For example, I remember that Roxanne in the last module, she was saying that you need to tip almost everybody in the US. A taxi, waiter, if you don't tip, it's like being rude. It's not good. So that happens. That happens. And we need to research definitely. Good. Any other comment or opinion?
I think, teacher, that also is very important to learn about the body language. Maybe it's a plus with this thing about read or feel the like the girls say. I think that read the air or the atmosphere of the audience, but also the body language is very important. Sometimes people don't want to talk, but their bodies say something, like you say, maybe their heads or in their eyes, or just maybe move their shoulders in a way that you can read, or you can notice that they want to do to say something.
Very good. Actually, that is a very important thing whenever you are speaking about businesses, many other things, right? So I believe that everybody has been in a conference or in a meeting where somebody says something and you are like, what? How is that possible? Some people ask questions. I am one of those people. If I don't understand something, I ask. How is that possible? How we're going to do this, or many other things. But there are people that they don't like to ask questions because of many reasons, and we need to try to see if they in their faces, right, in the way they behave, if they understood what we were saying. So that is very important. Body language and the way they reflect those doubts. Good. Any other comments, opinion? Okay, so we're going to move on and we're going to check today about 13 benefits and challenges of cultural diversity in the workplace. So the introduction is going to be for Heidi. Could you please help us reading the introduction, the first 3 paragraphs?
Teacher, about 13 benefits and challenges of cultural diversity in the workplace, right?
Yep.
Okay. As national politics and discourse seem to grow more than inward-looking and divisive across America and Europe, successful business must continue to think inclusively and globally. Embracing cultural diversity in the workplace is an important first step for business that want to be competitive on an international scale. From the Virgin Group to Disney and Pricewaterhouse and Coopers, organizations across industries are embracing the benefits of a diverse workforce. But with benefits necessarily come challenges of working across borders, cultures, and languages. All hold diversity and global mindedness are integral to our DNA. Our mission is to prepare our students to thrive in a fast-paced, unpredictable, and fundamentally international business environment. As our students develop into the global business leaders of tomorrow, they can certainly expect to encounter these 13 key benefits and challenges of cultural and diversity in the workplace.
Good. What did you get from that one?
It's kind of what we were talking about in the same way we get we get a workforce that is compounded by cultural diversity. We are going to have what we were talking about, to know how different cultures are, and what you were saying, to ask another people, hey, how can we treat people from India or from Japan or US, right? it's maybe it becomes instead of become a problem, it becomes an advantage. It can become an advantage.
Perfect, definitely. So, yes, I believe that cultural diversity at workplace is more an advantage than something bad, right, for the business or for people. If you take in consideration, for example, the country itself of the United States, I mean, it's made of a lot of cultures from around the world and is one of the best economies, maybe not the best, but I mean, it's a very good example of this one. If they take in the advantages of this kind of people, of course, it's going to be an improvement, that one. So, good,
Getting the better of each one, right?
definitely, definitely, very good. So we're going to read then about some benefits, actually 13 benefits about cultural diversity in the workplace. The first one is going to be for Juan Miguel Brand. Could you please help us?
Yeah. Number one, or the first benefit, diverse cultural perspectives can inspire creativity and drive innovation. Our culture influences the way in which we see the world. A variety of viewpoints along with the wide-ranging personal and professional experience of an international team can offer new perspectives that inspire colleagues to see the workplace and the work differently. Diversity of thought and drive innovation, helping to solve problems and meet customer needs in new and exciting ways. For example, cosmetic giant L'Oreal attributes much of its impressive success in emerging markets to its multicultural product development teams. Multiple voices, perspectives, and personalities bouncing off one another can give rise to out-of-the-box thinking. By offering a platform for the open exchange of ideas, businesses can reap the biggest benefits of diversity in the workplace. A recent study from Forbes echoed
Eco it.
this notion, concluding that the best way to ensure the development of new ideas is through a diverse and inclusive workforce.
Good, good. What did you get from this one?
I think that about this point, I don't know if it was yesterday or the night before yesterday, taking this exactly, if you have diverse cultural, this could help your business or your enterprise, your company or whatever, in order to maybe have new ideas, develop new products, try to insert new businesses, ideas, or products in new markets. Okay. If you were talking about, or if you are thinking about one product just for one person or one niche, when you have diverse, maybe this product could be adapt to another public or to another target, but only you will have this or you will have the whole picture if you have diverse cultural, because there are many ways to build the same point, but everyone has his side or his viewpoint or his point of view. I don't know if it's correct.
Point of view.
And point of view. Okay. And this thing is a key for to adapt the product, the idea, or the business to this new market. For example, if like they said, L'Oreal has has a big success trying to expand their businesses or their business to almost every woman or every person around the world, trying to do a different, not a different, maybe an adapted product according to um, punctual need. Okay, I think it's my opinion.
Okay, very good, perfect. Yes, actually, yeah. If you have different people from different parts of the world or different cultures, of course, they are going to bring something new, right? Something that maybe you never thought about it, and that's why it says thinking out of the box is something that companies are looking to get different opinions, different things to happen. So everything in the business is going to be better. So creativity and innovation comes from different points of view and the openness, of course, to listen to everybody. Okay, now
Happen,
go ahead.
maybe this could happen when you have a local business, for example, here in San Salvador. But if a new person adds to the team, and for example, he or she is from San Miguel, maybe they could tell you, hey, you have an opportunity or you have a business opportunity over there because all the clients are looking for this kind of company, and all the companies that right now are in the market, they don't satisfy our needs, and maybe this company uh, could satisfy the needs of those clients. Okay, maybe because and this could be maybe because there is a new point of view, a new kind of idea or innovation or something like that that improve, not to improve, to uh, to insert your business in another market. Okay, maybe you are not or you are not thinking about this, but someone from who is not traditionally integrated to the team has this point of view and tell you, hey, take the risk, and I know uh, we will success maybe.
Very good. So yeah, that is it. I mean, it's very important, as you can see, how people can bring different things into a company and that we need to listen to them. So to get openness, I mean, this cultural thing is something that may change the way that all the companies is moving on, right? So it's a very good thing. I remember one story that I heard at the university. Maybe you heard that as well. That there was a brand, I don't remember the name of the brand of shoes, and they were expanding right to other parts of the world, and they sent somebody to India. And when he came back, he says, "No, not a good market. Nobody uses their shoes. I mean, they are with the foot naked, so it's not good." But the manager, the general manager, was like, "That's kind of strange," and he sent another one from a different culture. And when he came back, he says, it's amazing in India because it's a virgin market. Nobody uses shoes. I mean, we can sell a lot of shoes there if we do a very good marketing campaign and things like that. So that's what sometimes happens. We are seeing things in different ways. And if you have people from different cultures, Definitely, they are going to bring something that maybe you don't even know to the company. It's a very good thing. Good. Number 2 is going to be for Giselle.
Okay, teacher. Benefit number 2. Local market knowledge and insight makes a business more competitive and profitable. A multicultural workforce can give an organization an important edge when expanding into new markets. Often, a product or service needs to be adapted to succeed overseas. Understanding local laws, regulations, and customs, as well as the competitive landscape, can help a business to thrive.
Thrive.
Thrive, okay, to thrive. Moreover, local connections, native language skills, and cultural understanding can boost international business development exponentially. And being more competitive ultimately means being more profitable. Diversity Inc. annually recognizes the top 50 most diverse companies and measures their success against the broader market. Recent research from McKinsey also underscores the fact that diversity is good for a business bottom line. In fact, ethnically diverse companies were shown to be 35% more likely to have financial returns above the national industry median.
Median.
Okay.
Good. What did you get from this one?
That maybe when you have a business, it's not just about I have this idea and okay, let's do it. So you have to learn, or you have to have the enough knowledge about the market, the country, the population, the insights of the of the of the people. Insights, it refers to that, right?
Yep.
The insights to the customers. And I was reading this and I just think about, for example, McDonald's. You can see it's not the same here, like in the United States, like maybe in Europe or other countries, because sometimes this mentions the laws, regulations. For example, you can use maybe in one country you can use that color or that image. So the businesses have to, I don't know how to say, to like moldearse or no, like adapt. They have to adapt, yeah, their brands to the laws and regulations. It's like a whole thing. It's not just the customer. The businesses needs to think in um all of these, I don't know how to say this, these important things.
Okay, definitely. Yeah, there are many things that are into a company, and yes, there is a main idea on what to do, but of course, there are many other things that we need to do so the company is successful. When anybody creates a company, of course, they want the company to grow and to have a lot of money and to sell a lot of products, right? So, and if you really want to succeed, I mean, you need some people, some different points of view, and some um, insights, so you become more competitive and profitable. Definitely. Good. Number 3, that is going to be for Ana Claudia. I don't know if it's possible for you, Ana Claudia. Remember that you had some problems with the internet. Yeah, I guess it's not possible. Jose Osmin.
Yes, teacher.
Very good. Number 3, please.
Okay. Cultural sensitivity, not sensitivity. Sorry, cultural sensitivity, insight, and local knowledge means higher quarterly target marketing. Cross-cultural understanding along with local market knowledge lends itself the production of more effective marketing strategy and materials. For example, high quality and culturally sensitive translation of websites, brochures, and other assets are essential, but this can be overlooked without the input or native speaker. Even brand taglines can get badly lost in translation, and frequently cited example is from a KFC in China, whose chicken was marked as so tasty and you'll eat your finger off. A poor translation of their brand tagline, finger linking, good and market specific knowledge and insight in invaluable. How can I say that word?
Invaluable.
Invaluable.
Mhm.
Invaluable when it's coming from, sorry, when it comes to for imagery and design to what might work well on the billboard for a British company could fall often elsewhere. A memorable McDonald's print ad of Finland had may have been considered clever locally, but it was seen uh, as confusion and even grotesque. How can I say that word?
Grotesque.
Grotesque by foreign audiences, and the danger of making a serious marketing blunder, which can cause irreparable damage to a brand or business abroad, can be mitigated by employing a diverse workforce with local marketing savings.
Very good. What did you get from this?
Let's see. Hold on, please.
Well, yeah, this is very interesting actually because it's about well, when you there are lots of companies, corporate companies, worldwide companies that sometimes they want to reach different markets, right? But has happened in the past that when they try to do marketing or reach a market and something like that, they do something wrong, and people from that culture uh, they get offended or they get a misunderstanding of what they are offering. So that happens a lot. For example, I remember a few cases. Here it says one. Here it says in the second paragraph that KFC in China, they launched the brand with something that says "Eat your fingers off," and the Chinese people, I mean, uh, they got like, my goodness, I don't want to eat my fingers, right? That is not good. Uh, and it was because of a bad translation. So that happens a lot. For example, I remember another thing that happened that, do you know the one that we say in Spanish, we say Gerber, but it's Gerber, the food for kids, for babies, right? So I don't remember which country was, but in that country, what the picture that appears on the recipient is what is inside of the food in this case. So people didn't buy that because they thought, I mean, it's made of babies, so this is not good. So you need to research about the culture. And sometimes people in the United States or in Canada or in other countries that are the managers of these companies, they do not understand these cultural things. And you need to get people from that countries so you can understand better and you will be able to launch in a very good way the the products. Another case that I'm remembering is a brand of shoes. You know, this brand of shoes, they went to an Arabic country and nobody was buying those shoes. And when they researched, it was because the brand of the shoes, the word inside of the shoes, the writing was similar to the word Allah. And of course, nobody there was going to put their feet in the Allah word. So I mean, those are cultural things that they need to change, right? So many things like that happens, and this is very, very common. Good. Number 4. This is going to be for, let's see, Maria Alejandra.
Teacher. And benefit growing from a culturally diverse talent pool allow an organization to attract and retain the best talent. According to a Glassdoor survey,
Yeah.
two-thirds of job hunters indicate that diversity was important to them when evaluating companies and job offers. In a competitive global job market, demonstrating that your business is in best in fostering a multicultural and inclusive environment can make you stand out to the right candidates, making diversity an important part of the recruiting process will broaden
Broaden.
broaden your talent pool of prospective employees. Not only does hiring from a more diversity talent pool make your business attractive to ambitious, globally
Minded.
minded,
Minded.
minded candidates, it also helps you to keep them on board. Diversity including
Diversity.
diversity of um, gender, religion, and e- ethnic ethnicity has been shown to improve retention and reduce the cost associated with the employee turnover. In a diversity
Diverse.
work, diversity workplace, employees are more likely remain loyal when they feel respect and valued for their unique contribution. This in turn foster mutual respect among col college,
Colleagues.
colleagues, colleagues who also value the diversity, culture, perspective, and experience of their team members. An inclusive atmosphere of cross-cultural cooperation is an excellent way to bond colleagues and teams across the business. One of the main reasons I chose schools was the incredible diversity of students and the international element we possess here. Studying and sharing a campus with students for different nationalities has been an always inspiring experience. Diversity and international exposure have always been important to the decisions I have made in my career.
Very good. Perfect. What did you understand in this one?
Mm, mm, Maybe when the organization to hire different persons or try to retener
Retain.
return the best talent, and consider different uh, aspects or the employee, and maybe is important to the talent for the employees to the ambitions that how to do in the future, that you respect all that is important for the employees for to accept in the companies, and maybe the companies try to evaluate is more important to try to retain or hire other persons to change the position, or that when the person to fire or or have other employee for the better conditions or other aspects that important for that growing or the talents or like this.
Okay, very good. Actually, yeah, you are right. If you open your company to cultural diversity, I mean, around the world, of course, you are going to have more chances to get the best talent. I mean, that is happening even with the countries. You have seen that a lot of people from El Salvador are going to work to Canada, right? So that is happening. I mean, there are opportunities, and if you open and you allow people from other cultures to come to your company, of course, you are going to have a better chance to have the best people working for you. So that is a very good thing. Definitely. Good, perfect. Thank you. So number 5 is going to be for, let's see, who hasn't read? Francisco. Is it possible for you, Francisco? Not possible. Okay, Danny.
Give me 1 minute, teacher. Give me 1 minute.
Okay, you can read the number 6 if you want. So you can.
Okay, thank you, teacher. Thank you.
Very well. Danny, is it possible for you to read number 5?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect, thank you.
5, benefit.
Yep.
A diverse skills base allows an organization to offer a broader and more adaptable range of products and services. By drawing from a culturally diverse talent pool, companies benefit from hiring professionals with a broad range of skills that are often not accessible when hiring locally. Globally oriented company can add to their service range to the service range by leveraging the
Level.
skills and experience their international employees bring to the table. A broader skills base and a more potentially diverse offering of products and services can help your business to have the competitive advantage of adaptability. In today's volatile and uncertain global business environment, nimble and adaptable organizations are the ones that thrive.
Right.
Adaptability means thrive. Sorry, thrive. Adaptability means faster and more effective planning, development, and execution. A company with cultural and cognitive diversity can be quicker to spot and gap in the market. It will also have the global or market specific insight and experience to help a new or adapted product to meet changing consumer behavior and succeed.
Good. So what did you get from this one?
Well, and it comes to my mind um, the companies like Google or in general companies in the US or especially Google, we have many uh, talent, very diversity in cultural and in her talent, people from any part of the planet, and this allowed to the company to have all the insight, all the good that any cultural can can offer to the company through their human resources, and in that way, the company could be more competitive and could be, I don't know, they can they can have or explode the pets of their people. Uh, Different from it's a different case from company like our which are in in just one diversity or cultural diversity. Um, I don't know, just that.
Very well, perfect. Thank you very much. Actually, there, this is linked to the one that Juan Miguel was saying as well. I mean, if you have diversity, cultural people, their diversity, you will be able to reach different markets, right? Different, adapt your products and services to different kinds of people. And that, of course, is going to be good for the company because you are going to feel that the company understands you and understands everybody. It doesn't matter what is your culture, what do you, I mean, it's like Coca-Cola, right? So that is a worldwide company and people love that beverage in China, in Japan, in the US, and they feel very good about the brand. I mean, it's something that they have built uh, for many years, so it's a very good thing.
I think people in these companies, for example, from the department of I plus D, when they are investigating and developing new products, um, people can develop a product that that fit very well in a country because they they could know all how the people is, how are their behavior, their beliefs, everything.
That is true. I mean, that is very important actually. If you take in consideration, for example, their beliefs, of course, you are not going to be disrespectful with things that you are going to say or things that your product do or doesn't do. So that is very important,
I don't
definitely.
I I don't know if you saw something about a brand, a company that came here not much time ago is the company is Gap and their publicity. I don't know if you saw that in Twitter or something. I think in Twitter that the the person in in the I don't know how to say via publicitaria. Um,
Like a fence, like a
right,
billboard.
right, but it was in la zona rosa,
Okay.
and the people in the person in this publicity looks like a person. I don't know the people we scare normally here in our country, right? Uh, so I don't know who in this company has or has this idea to put this person in this publicity, but that doesn't look very good for us. Maybe this person, I read that this person was is a person very famous in the USA, in Los Angeles, and is nothing to see with we think, but our belief, our scare, I don't know, that doesn't fit well and have an impact.
Yeah, that happens. Yeah, sometimes if they do not research or if they don't have a person from the country that let them know if this is going to work or not, it can have a negative impact, right? And definitely that is not something that you want. I actually don't remember that publicity that you want you're saying in that billboard, but yeah, that happens. That has happened for the biggest companies, and sometimes they have to retire or go back or say or apologize to a whole country or things that so that is something that happens and we need to avoid, right, in our companies. Okay, number 6, Roxana.
Number 6, benefit. Diverse teams are more productive and perform better. The range of experience, expertise, and working methods that a diverse workplace offers can boost problem-solving capacity and lead to greater productivity. In fact, studies have shown organizations with a culture of diversity and inclusion are both happier,
Happier. Mhm.
happier. Sorry, is E
It's an
or
I.
L?
No, it's an I. Happier.
Happier. Okay, thank you. And more productive. We're working in homogeneous team can
Homogeneous.
homogeneous team can seem easier. It can cause a business to settle from the status
Cool.
quo. Diversity, on the other hand, can breed healthy competitions, strengthening and teams strengthen and strengthen a team in a positive way to achieve their best. These atmospheres of healthy competition can lead to optimization of company process for greater efficiency has a recent article in the Harvard Business Review argues. The changes of working is a diversity teams are one of the reasons why the diverse team performs better. Working on diverse team produce better outcomes precisely because it's harder.
Okay, what did you get from this?
Well, I I guess that when you try to include different cultures, different in general, uh, have a diversity of mm, cultures, person, ideas, you can create a better way to your company because you always try to no, let me see, you always try to get the best in your goals maybe, and if you have the enough knowledge about the different cultures or different topic, different points of view is easier than the others competitors, I guess.
Okay, very good. Definitely. I mean, diverse team are more productive because, as we say before, we have different points of view, different things that you have learned. There is something that they can give you. And if the human resources in recruitment does the very good job, you will be able to have the talent for you to definitely perform better, right?
Yeah, and maybe we have well, in my case, I have a personal points of view. Maybe when I when I was working with another countries, maybe the environment is totally different in general because I was working with Colombian persons, with Dominican people, and others. But the environment with each one is totally different. Were really serious, and the other country maybe create a happier environment, and the others is totally different. And I think this environment complement the rest of the production and the rest of the I don't know, the rest of the life in your company, because if you are happy working in your team, you will be more productive.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, yeah, the good thing is that you have had the experience and you know by firsthand that that is actually true. That if you really take in consideration people from other countries or different cultures, it's going to be definitely better, right?
Mhm.
Good. We're going to do the pause and we're going to check the attendance because it's almost 9. Let's see. Ada Susana Cáceres Mendoza. Ana Claudia González Velázquez. Okay, Ada, I got you. And okay. Danny Josué García Martínez.
Present.
Good. Fernando Marvin González Martínez.
Present.
Good. Francisco Eduardo Figueroa Mejía.
Present, teacher.
Good. Heidi Eugenia Salguero de Rivas.
Present, teacher.
Good. Iliana Giselle Cañas Escobar.
Present, teacher.
Good. José Marcos Rodríguez Ayala. José Osmin Rivas Navas.
Present, teacher.
Good. José Wilfredo Ayala Sorto.
Present, teacher.
Good. Juan Miguel Bran Mejía.
Present, teacher.
Good. María Alejandra Barrientos Romero.
Present.
Good. Ramón Enrique Mata Escobar. Roberto Luis Umaña Orellana. Roxana Ivette Asensio de Mejía.
Present.
Good. Sonia Guadalupe Benítez de Claros.
Present, teacher.
Good. Zuleima Ivonne Moreno de Hernández.
Present.
Good. Perfect. So we are going to continue with this one. Then we're going to do a different thing. So number 7. And okay, I got you right here. Perfect. Let me just check. Okay. Number 7 is going to be for, let me think here. Francisco, is it possible for you now?
Yes, teacher. And now just
Good.
number 7. Number 8.
No, number 7.
7.
Yes, please.
Okay. 7. Benefit greater
Greater.
opportunity for personal and professional growth. Fundamentally and inclusive and culturally diverse business will attract talent, ambitious and globally minded professionals who who will appreciate the opportunity for personal and professional growth. Working across culture can be a truly enriching experiencing, allowing others to learn about perspective and tradition from around the world. Bonding over similarities and difference can help you to become a global citizen, abandoning prejudice or an ethnocentric worldview, something that is increasingly valuable. And diverse sets of colleagues can be professionally enriching too, exposing you to new skills and approaches to work and developing an international network that can take your career in exciting new direction or abroad.
Good. What did you get from this one?
I think when the people have a contact with other person, that other culture is they have opportunity for know other thinking way. For example, that the way of we as Salvadorian thinking is totally different that a person for example for Canada for Europe is totally different, and they have other view from the life, and then this experience we can help for us for increase or thinking way, increase for level thinking way.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, this is a very good opportunity, actually. I mean, I don't know, you have been working once with people from other countries, and you will see that you learn many things from recipes for cooking or words that you use or you don't have to use. But there are many things that we can learn from from those people from other countries. And it's going to be very, very interesting. I mean, it's something that is going to help everybody to learn to do some many different things. So it's a very good thing. And at the end, you become a global citizen, right? So a person who knows about many, many things. So that is a very good thing. Good. Number 8, that is going to be for, let's see, Jose Wilfredo. Is it possible for you, Jose Wilfredo?
I'm sorry, teacher. I was uh, reading in mute.
Oh, okay.
Okay, challenge colleagues from some cultures may be less likely to let their voices be heard. However, the presence of diversity, brain power alone is not enough. It's also critical to create an open and exclusive workplace environment so all team members feel empowered to contribute. This can be particularly challenging for colleagues from polite of differential cultures. For instance, professionals from Asian countries such as Vietnam, Japan, may feel less comfortable speaking up or sharing ideas, particularly if they are new to the learning or in a more junior role. Conversely, assertive assertive colleagues from the US or Western Europe or those from Scandinavian countries who emphasize flat organizational hierarchy may be more inclined to speak up meetings or negotiation when others don't.
Good. What did you get from this one?
Well, this is really particularly for different zone could be because said that some citizen one uh, from one province like they don't like to tell their point of view. They are so preservative, and meanwhile, the other countries like US and West of Europe, they only want to emphasize and share whatever information that maybe they think about the topic that they are discussing.
Okay. Yeah, this is like a challenge, and that's why that word is there, right? It's like a challenge
Yeah.
because, yeah, there might be some people that feel more comfortable to speak or to provide feedback or to say, I don't like this one. And some other people, they don't. I believe Salvadorian people, we're in the middle. I
They
mean,
conserve,
I'm sorry.
maybe they conserve their different point of view.
That is it. Yeah, as I have seen here in the country, it's like I'm going to check first, right? I'm going to see if it's possible to say something, and I won't be, I don't know, if the boss is not
Maybe
going
they
to,
don't want to be
huh?
they don't want to be embarrassing, or maybe their type of thinking of something.
Yeah, actually, but that is very interesting because, yeah, whenever you have people from other cultures, you need to take into consideration that one. But the good thing is that they can learn from those. I mean, if you are from
Yeah,
Japan, you
that's
will
right.
learn to speak up, negotiate, to say things that you don't like. So that is a good thing, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Good, perfect. Thank you. Number 9 is going to be for Fernando.
Okay, teacher. Number 9, challenge. Okay. Challenge. Integration across multicultural teams can be difficult in the face of prejudice or negative cultural stereotypes. While local expertise is an invaluable asset, it's also important to foster integration among teams to avoid colleagues from different countries working in isolation and limiting knowledge transfers. This can be a challenge to overcome, particularly if there are underlying prejudice between cultures, making them less inclined to work together. Negative cultural stereotypes can be seriously detrimental to company morale and affect productivity. For instance, the center slum and
Antipathy.
antipathy between the British and French or the Polish and Germans can sometimes creep into the workplace. Although not all stereotypes are necessarily negative, like the notion that Americans are confident or Asians are intelligent, all are simplification that can prove limiting or divisive, sorry,
Divisive.
or divisive in the workplace. And why outright prejudice or stereotyping is a serious concern. Ingrained and unconscious cultural biases can be a more difficult challenge of workplace diversity to overcome. Sometimes a little bit of humor is the best way to diffuse negativity. Here are the top 10 wrong yet persistent cultural stereotypes and the truth behind them.
Okay, so what did you get from this one?
Um, I I understand that um, in in all workplaces exist stereotypes. Maybe even if the work team is not formed by diverse people or multicultural. In in our country, that happen. Even the thing is people only Salvadorian people because uh, human beings are of this are this way, and maybe it's interesting when the team is formed by people from different countries because all people have different knowledge and all people have different stereotypes because stereotypes um, for stereotypes um, don't even matter countries or nationalities or gender, etc. And I I think that it can be a good experience uh, for or belong to a work team formed by different peoples. And I am agree with the last part when say a little bit of humor is the best way to diffuse negativity because um, all people can be loved about the about the negativity, but for in the other hand, maybe that it can be wrong because some people don't understand the humor based on this kind of thing.
Yeah, actually, you are right. Yeah, there are always stereotypes, and there are always people that can be uh, stereotyped in a negative way, or there are some prejudices. So you will believe that that is not correct. So we need to be careful about that one because actually that is why this is a challenge. It's good to have different people, but we need to be careful about this. We're gonna watch the video that is here. I don't remember how long is this. Oh, it's a little
Hello,
long.
I'm Simon Whistler. You're watching Top 10's Net, and in the video today, we're looking at the top 10 misconceptions about world cultures. Let's get started.
Something is going on. Let me just check. It's kind of loading. It doesn't want to. Well, it seems it won't be possible.
If you try to refresh
No.
the page, the whole page, did you?
Okay. Anyways, we're gonna
Or
continue
open
reading.
it in
It's better
YouTube,
that
teacher.
way. Let's see number 10 then. Suleima Ivan. Is it possible for you to read? Not possible. Okay. So let's start all over. Giselle, could you please help with number 10?
Okay, teacher, of course. Number 10, challenge. Professional communication can be misinterpreted or difficult to understand
We can
across
hear you. I can
languages
hear
and
you. I don't know if the
cultures.
other people can hear you.
Hello? Could you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes,
Yes, I can.
Hello.
Hello, could you hear me?
It seems that the problem is with my head. Can you hear me now?
I hear you.
Okay, now I can hear. Thank you. I'm sorry for that.
Okay. Don't worry. Okay, number 10, challenge. Professional communication can be misinterpreted or difficult to understand across languages and cultures. While quality translations are key for effective marketing, there can also be a real risk of communication getting lost in translation among multicultural colleagues.
Colleagues.
Okay. Language barriers are just one challenge. Even in an office where everyone speaks English, comprehending a range of accents or understanding a native speaker's use of idioms can be difficult. Moreover, effective cross-cultural communication comes down to much more than just words spoken. Nonverbal communication is a delicate and nuanced part of cultural interaction that can lead to misunderstandings or even offense between team members from different countries. Things like comfortable levels of physical space, making or maintaining eye contact, and gesturing can all be vastly different across cultures. Even something as simple as a greeting or handshake has cultural implications that should be considered in a work environment. Business Insider put together this useful infographic to highlight the different greetings around the world.
Good. What did you get from this one?
Very agree, teacher. For example, in my case, um, and in my job, my boss, he's not Salvadoran. My like ex-boss, he is Salvadoran, and I really my actual boss is he's from Spain, and this thing about the nonverbal communication, yeah, is very delicate. At the beginning, when I start the with him, he was he used to do some things that I can't understand. That for him was very normal, and for me, uh, um, sometimes I felt some things like was personal to me, and people was like, no, 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 he's like that. Don't worry, it's not with you. It's just like he's like Spain, the typical Spain guy. So don't worry. And I think that yeah, it's very important to learn how can we can have a very effective communication with people that have different maybe ways to communicate, verbal and non-verbal. Yeah, I think that I understand that, but I don't know if I am in the main of the point number 10.
Yeah, definitely. That is it. I mean, that happens. So whenever you are in the middle of multicultural environment, yeah, professional communication can be misinterpreted. I mean, for example, in Argentina, some men they kiss each other in the mouth, right? And it's normal for them. But if somebody comes to El Salvador and try to kiss a man here, it's like, hey, wait, that is not good, right? So there are many things. There are many things like handshakes, like faces, like ways to move the hand towards something. So and you need to learn about that one. That's why above it says that when you are working in a multicultural environment, you learn, and then you become a global citizen because then you understand that we are different, and also we learn to respect in a different way other cultures, other people, right? So you understand better their point of view. Very good. Number 11 is going to be for let's see, Danny.
Number 11, challenge. Okay. Challenge, navigating visa requirements, employment laws, and the cost of accommodating workplace requirements can be difficult. Uh, this, despite the clear benefits, hiring talent from overseas can present an HR challenge. Not least among these is the complicated process of navigating employment laws and visa requirement for international workers. Requirement and regulation are different in each country and between countries and can change frequently. Beyond visas, future accommodations for recruiting and retaining a culturally diverse workforce should be taken into account. For instance, providing a quiet space for prayer can make a workplace more welcoming and inclusive for employees with a range of belief, as can taking into account different cultural or religious holidays. Of course, this consideration and accommodation can sometimes be added business costs as well as logistical challenge.
Good. What did you get from this?
Well, this is like it's not an advantage, it's disadvantage. I don't know how to say desventaja.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage. It's not like a disadvantage. It's more like the word a challenge that is not easy. Not everything is it's pink color, right? From having a very a very diversity of cultural talent in a workforce, and there are also very many things that is not easy, like the paragraph say, um, all the country are different. They have different laws, different requirements, um, and the visa, for example, it's not always easy to get one. I don't know. The time that you can stay in a country, all these kind of things that the company has had to take into account in order to 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 have the diversity they want.
Very good. Perfect.
For example, also some country, and this could be country like India and and this country that have a religion different. For example, when celebrate Ramadan, I think this
Ramadan. Yeah.
day or something like that. They don't. Sometimes I don't know. They don't eat. They don't do nothing. I don't know. So the company had to respect that and give the time or I don't know, allows the employees to have this.
That is so true. I mean, it's not always easier, right? Maybe in countries like the US, it's kind of easier because there are many cultures there living, and you just can pick people, right? But in countries like El Salvador, I mean, a company that says that it's going to have 25% of people from different cultures, oh, it's difficult. That is very difficult because the accommodation, because of the visa requirements, because some people they want to earn more money, many other things, and also as you say the religious thing, right? So sometimes they have some holidays that are important for them and they don't want to come to work that day because they need to celebrate something, or they need to rest, they don't have to work that day. So all those things are kind of difficult sometimes, and it's a challenge. It's a challenge to put everything together so everything works nice, right?
I don't know if in nowadays, with this advantage from working from everywhere to company from everywhere, you in you in your country you have holidays or something like that. They that is that you don't work. Um, I don't know. You have to. I don't know how the company handle this. For example, the September 15th is the Independence Day, and you don't work. But for other countries, it's not like that. But you work for a company from other country, right? So I think you have to work. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
very complicated.
actually, that is the story of my life here in Google. I mean, September 15th, I'm going to be working because it's not a holiday in the US. So that's what it is. The good thing is that it's double pay. So that is nice. So
Ah, okay, okay,
yeah,
very good.
that the same happens on the Holy Week or in August. The only holidays that is kind of the same is the 25th of December and January 1st. Other than that, the other holidays we need to work. So that sometimes happens, right? And you need to adapt yourself to the company, but sometimes also the company has to adapt to different kind of celebrations or holidays as well. Good, good. Number 12, challenge, the different understandings of professional etiquette. Oh, this is a good one. Let's see, Fernando. Is it possible for you, Fernando? Not possible. Okay. Let's see then. Heidi.
Okay, teacher number 12, right?
Yes, please.
Challenge different understanding of professional etiquette. Colleagues from different cultures can also bring with them different workplace attitudes, values, behaviors, and etiquette. While this can be enriching and even beneficial and diverse professional environment, they can also cause misunderstanding or feelings between team members. For instance, the expectation of form or formality or relative informality, organizational hierarchy, and even working hours can conflict across cultures, where Japanese colleagues may not feel appropriate to leave work before their manager or indeed anyone else. A Swedish professional might be used to a 6-hour working day. Additionally, different approaches to punctually confrontation or dealing with conflict can prove an issue.
Good. What do you get from this?
Some etiquette issues can be appropriate for one and not appropriate for others. So it is important that we really get to know each other, right? And try to find out and be careful to not to do something that might be irrespective for someone else.
Exactly. So,
Mhm.
and the problem is that sometimes there are things that are normal for us, but very, very wrong for other people. So that is one of the things that we have to take into consideration whenever we have different cultures in the workplace. So yeah, it's something that we need to check into, right? Good, good. Okay, so let's move to number 13. So that is going to be for, let's see, Juan Miguel Brand.
Okay, number 13. Challenge, conflicting working styles across teams. However, working styles and attitudes towards work can be very different, reflecting cultural values and compounding differences. If not recognized and accounted, conflicting approaches to work can put the brakes on productivity. For instance, approaches to teamwork and collaboration can vary notably. Some cultures, including many in Asia and Central America, value collective consensus when working towards a goal, whereas others, such as Germany and America, put emphasis on the independence of the individual. Likewise, emphasis on order, rigor, rigor,
Rigor.
rigor, an organization in the workplace versus flexibility and spontaneity can also reflect underlying cultural values. Underlying. Okay. The Virgin Group is recognized as a leader in promoting workplace diversity and fostering a positive working culture. Here, how Richard Branson makes culture working a multinational business by being flexible and open to work styles.
Good. What do you get from this one?
So the reading it's like okay, you have diversity in your company, but not always the teamwork or the force work works in the same way, okay, because of the diversity. And there is some example in Asia and Central America. They pursue a goal, okay, but as a team, not individual. And other countries like Germany said there, and America, obviously United States, they how to say this? They have confidence in the individual, or maybe try to, they expect that the person as not as a team, just as an individual, individuate. I don't know how to say this.
Individual.
Individual. And maybe when those kind of cultures they encounter, maybe could have maybe not problems, but conflicts because of the manner or of the way they work. Obviously, because they are not get used to work at the same way. They have differences, I think.
Very well. Yeah, actually, yeah, the latest points that we have checked here are challenges because of that one. It's not only to get diversity, right? To get diversity in the workplace is maybe the first step. I mean, recruitment, to get people from other cultures, try to get people from cultures where we're going to get the products or services offered. And that is only the first step. But then there are many other things. So for example, that one, the etiquette where you are able to understand that this is not correct for that people, or the way that you are going uh, to meet or to greet somebody. Here also, there are different working styles. I mean, people from other countries, if they are part of other countries, I mean, they have other ways of doing things, and the organization has to get into consideration to those things, and also of course think about the way that they want to do things. The most common, at least here in El Salvador, is that If you are going to work for a company, they tell you the rules and you need to follow the rules, right? It doesn't matter if you are from El Salvador or from other country. These are the rules. We work 44 hours a week and well, that is it, right? So you negotiate, but the companies, they are able to tell you. But in aspects like the cultural things where the people are going to be socializing with other, then you need to take in consideration many things. So everything works nice and respectfully. Good. So I hope you've been, we're not checking anymore the new vocabulary, but I hope you are writing some words right so you can learn a little bit more. I'm not asking this time the meaning of some words, but it's a very good idea for you to do it, okay? So whenever we do some readings, that is not going to be that like often as we did the last module. Definitely we're going to do some of those, and we're going to check. Oh, this is a commercial. Okay, so we're going to watch a video, and then this is a very good video. Actually, I really like it, and you are going to provide some feedback about this one. Okay, it's a very good one, but let me just check if it's sharing the sound. Sometimes it doesn't. Oh, yeah, it's it. Okay. So watch the video and then provide feedback or opinions. Here we go.
It's so easy to place people in boxes, drawing lines, creating sides. There's us, and there's them. Those we feel comfortable around, and those we don't. There are those of us with many chapters, and those just starting their own stories. There's the well-to-do, and those doing what they can. There are those we share something with, and those we don't seem to share anything with.
Welcome, and thank you for coming today, guys. Today I'm going to be conducting an experiment where I'll ask you a series of questions. Now, these questions will be very personal questions, and for us to get a true result, I need you to be completely honest with how you respond. The first question I have is, who in here was the class clown? Who is never on time?
And then there's us, we who have tattoos. We who feel lonely. We who have been bullied. We who have bullied others. We who are madly in love. We who have overcome great adversity. And there's the lucky ones, whose team won the championship this year. We who beat cancer. there's all of us who are created in the image of God. And as one body, we stand together, united as one under His grace.
Okay. Any opinion or any comments about the video?
Well, in my opinion, it's a really great video because right there we can see and how the life is because when we were at school we had a lot of groups, but well, in my case, I most of the time I try to speak with the all of the well, in that case,
Classmates.
classmates. Yeah, I try to speak with all of my classmates, and I could develop that skill because that is one skill. Because because you have to respect the point of view of the other people. Doesn't matter that maybe that they are wrong, but maybe you could ask why he or she think uh, on that way. So it's really important because you create a good point of view, and also you can have a lot of friends for that, because you never try to think the opposite and the other people, because that's one thing that could happen when you have a lot of friends, because you don't have to be on the part of your friends, if not that you have to understand, and you could give a good advice when they ask for an advice, or maybe they ask for an opinion. So it's really good, this video, because show us how can build a really teamwork could be, because in this occasion they separate the people on different groups, but if you see, a lot of groups have members that maybe have something similar, so maybe they feel happy when they see that the other person in the other group is coming with them, and maybe happen a situation similar. Maybe they have a similar point of view or something like that, but you know it, it's a really good video. Here we have to demonstrate that we can be empathy, I guess, with the other people.
Very good. Perfect. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting because of that one, right? Because it shows that there are categories of people because of the age, because of many things.
Yeah.
But then you realize that you have many things in common with these or these other people. So, and you cannot categorize people just because of something, because people, I mean, a person has been through many things, has many points of view, many experiences, good and bad. So that is kind of interesting, right?
Yeah, I guess that when you demonstrate that you could be common with other people, maybe you demonstrate your culture.
That is it. So you learn from other people and then you are more respectful about that one.
That's right. That's right. Because you know in the world exists a lot of religion, exists a lot of politicians. So you have your own opinion, but not only for that, you will fight with the other.
Exactly. That is it. I mean, you have the right to think the way that you think, and I have the right, and we have to respect each other, right? So that would be it.
Yeah, that's right.
Good, perfect. Thank you, Jose Wilfredo. Any other opinion or comment about the video?
Maybe it's easy for some people to label another people, okay? Maybe for the way they look, for the way they behave, or many things. But if you go further, you um, you realize that maybe you have more in common with the people that you label uh, that you believe before. Okay, like the video show us, there were people who bullied before to another people, people who had suffered about about bully
Bullying.
people, about bully people, and and um, people who have lived more than other people, obviously younger people, but at the end, uh, all of all of the people that appear in the video have one thing in common, and that is that we are human beings. No matter what religion you practice, what God you believe in, all of us uh, are human beings. So this is the way, or the way that or the thing that we have in common. Okay, and as the video said, we are created uh, not from the same mold, but uh, because all of us uh, are different, but at the end we are equals one to other people through the things that we have passed over the years, and the way that you behave in your job, or any kind of activity. At the end, we are different, but we are the same at the same time. Okay.
Very good. That is it. I mean, yeah, we're unique and different, but also that we have many things in common that makes everybody to be related with other people. So that happens. Sometimes it's music, sometimes it's something that happened to you, something that you did. So there are things that we have in common. And when you get to know other people, then you realize that even when we're different, it's amazing to be with and getting to know each other. Good. Any other opinion or comment about the video? Okay, so if there is no other, for tomorrow, my friends, we have a little homework. It's not a big deal, but we need to move on and speak a little bit more. So this is what we are going to do. You are going to come tomorrow to the class and you are going to speak about who you are, but not about yourself. I mean, you are not going to come here and say, I am Eric, I live in Santana and I like this. No, you're going to you're going to try to research about your family, tell about your family. I mean, my grandmother was born in Sonsonate, but my great grandmother was born in, I don't know, other country or this country. I know that sometimes we don't know or we are not able to research about our family history because of many reasons. Because our family never told us, because we don't have contact with them right now, or because you don't know that one. So if by any chance you don't know the history of your family, I mean where they come from, what they have been through, if you don't know that one, then you're going to speak about your last names, both last names. So you're going to tell my last name is this, and this is from Spain or from Germany or from any of things. Research about that one and come and speak about either your family history or your last names. Where do they come from? To see what are your roots, your the roots of your either your name or your family in one way or another. So is it clear what we're going to do tomorrow? Do you have questions about that?
No, teacher.
Oh, it's okay.
Thank you for it's clear.
Very well.
Everything clear. As Coca-Cola, but it's clear.
Okay, very well. So that is going to be for tomorrow. Every Friday we are going to try to do something like that. So you are going to come and speak about something. Not that big. I mean, I don't want you to be 1 hour typing something, right? So it's going to be like what you know about your family, or you can maybe ask a few questions to somebody there. And if not possible, just go to internet and research about your last name, comment, and explain about your family roots and see how is everything going on. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, understood.
Very well, my friends. So, do you have any questions about the class of this day or this week?
No.
Okay,
No.
perfect. If no questions, then we're going to move on and check the attendance. The 101 of today is for Fernando. So, let's see how it goes. Ada Azucena Cáceres Mendoza. Ana Claudia González Velázquez. Dani Josué García Martínez.
Present.
Good. Fernando Marvin González Martínez.
Present, teacher.
Good. Francisco Eduardo Figueroa Mejía.
Present, teacher.
Good. Heidi Eugenia Salguero de Rivas.
Present, teacher.
Good. Iliana Giselle Cañas Escobar.
Present, teacher.
Good. José Marcos Rodríguez Ayala.
Present.
Good. José Osmin Rivas Navas.
Present.
Good. José Wilfredo Ayala Sorto.
Present, teacher.
Good. Juan Miguel Bran Mejía.
Present, teacher.
Good. María Alejandra Barrientos Romero. Good. Ramón Enrique Mata Escobar. Roberto Luis Umaña Orellana. Sonia Guadalupe Benítez de Claros. Zuleima Ivonne Moreno de Hernández. Check. Okay, got you, Ada.
Teacher.
Very well, perfect. Thank you. Okay, my friends, it was a pleasure to be with you tonight. I hope you have a wonderful day and thank you for being with us. Dreaming English and see you tomorrow.
Good night, teacher. Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
everyone.
Bye. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Good night.
Hi, teacher. It's my turn, right?
Yeah, this is your time. Let me just do something here. Okay, here's it. How are you?
I'm fine, teacher. Tired, but fine.
Yeah, but at least it's Thursday, so it's almost the time of resting, right?
Yeah, tomorrow it's Friday.
Yeah, that's
Tomorrow, in theory, tomorrow is my short day.
very good. So you leave the job early. Nice.
Yeah, at noon in theory because always I have something to do. But
That sometimes happens, yeah.
yeah, and after the work, the traffic, the trip is very complicated.
I
But
know.
but I'm here. It's clearly that I need more practice, right?
Definitely, definitely. So, yes, actually, I was going to ask you, do you have any questions about the class of this module or last module?
Uh, to be honest, teacher, I feel stood in my level, but it's my fault. Even since that I returned to the office, it's complicated for me take the entire class because maybe from Monday to Thursday I am on the bus when the class is beginning, and I try to stay connected, but only for the time because in the bus it's really hard. And some places the connection is bad, and I lost the audio, and um, so until I get home, I try to focus in the class. I can say that I only take 1 hour for the class, but it's my fault. So, but it's complicated because what can I do? It's my job, it's my schedule. The traffic is bad. It's worse every day. So, but I try to focus 1 hour. And I know I feel that the last module in this module, I have a little advance, not that much that I would like, but um, I try to do my best. But uh, if you let me a suggestion, teacher, I think that in my case, for example, or I don't know with my partners, but I feel that we need more, no, more practice. Maybe if you can, I don't know, assign one question and divide it in groups, maybe all the people can speak a little more because when in this dynamic, I only read a paragraph and I share my opinion with you, and after that it's complicated because I have my family, I have noise. But if if I have I don't know, a little reunion when I focus on it, uh, maybe it will be better for me at least.
Okay, I will take that into consideration.
Yeah, it's a good practice. Uh, well, I don't know. You have your method, and I respect, but I need more interactions.
Yeah, maybe one of
And
the problems is that, I mean, you are right, but sometimes I ask anybody wants to say something and nobody says anything, right? So you have the chance. So
yeah,
you can speak, everybody can speak. And whenever I say I open the microphone, if you really want to practice, that is the moment. So practice, do it.
yeah, yeah. I like I say, it's for me it's complicated because I have other people in my house. I had other other things to do, but I need I don't know, focus on this, and a good way for me is you obligate us to to put attention.
Yeah, I
because
understand that, but the thing is that it should be that way the whole class for everybody, right? Everybody has to put attention and everybody has to participate. That is a must. Sometimes we change the, how can I say that? Sometimes we change some method. For example, I don't like that much to make groups and go to break rooms because that is not recorded and it's not going to be on the video.
no, yeah,
So I will
yeah,
do it maybe once a week. I will try to do it, but it's not going to be on the video. It's not, it's going to be lost.
yeah, yeah. Only the but you can review the groups group by groups, and that part record, right?
Yeah, but when I'm entering and I'm going out, I mean, I can go and stay with you 30 seconds and then go with other group. I cannot stay with you a lot of time because sometimes the activities are 5 minutes, right? So, and if we have
Yeah.
7 groups, I mean, it's complicated. You can see. So sometimes for the teacher, it's complicated because we want to, everybody is happy, but it's not
Yeah.
possible. That is
No.
actually part of what we're doing here in diversity. For you, it's better this way, but for other people, it's like, oh, I don't want that. Why do you do that? So that is the complicated. So that's why I try to. If you see, for example, this module is different than the other module because I try to change methodology and try to change many things, and maybe that is more for basic groups. In the basic, yeah, it's good for you to practice and do many things individually with other people or three in a group. That is a practice that we do for more for basic. Basic is something like that. But for example, readings is very good because everybody reads and you pay. If you pay attention, I mean, maybe that is the problem. That sometimes when the other person is reading, the other people are like, "It's not my turn, right? I am not going to pay attention. Only when I read, I pay attention." So there are many things that we can do. Another thing that you can do is also to practice by yourself. I remember that you were reading a book, right? What happened with that?
I try, teacher. I I have advanced in some page, and I started watching a series in English, and I found a I don't know person in social media. TikTok is a very a very good social media for education. Many people teach in that social media, not only for dance. For example, I found some people that teach English with example, and I try to review all day. And I don't know. I try to read. I try to watching. I try to speak, but I only need to more practice.
Okay. So whenever you have the chance, practice. I mean, I will open this module is not going to be that much reading, it's going to be more speaking. That means
Okay.
that I will say, "What is your opinion?" And you go and jump and say, "I want to speak, I want to speak," and you speak. That is the
Okay.
best option that you can have. I mean, it's going to be like that sometimes, as I was telling you, nobody speaks, but the chance is there, right? And when you go one by one with other people, sometimes the problem is that I'm not able to correct yourself. I cannot be with everybody, so
Yeah.
it's difficult. It's difficult, and the
Or i-
reading
or
is
i-
uh-huh.
or in the WhatsApp, teacher. In the WhatsApp group, you can share with us. I don't know some question, and we can answer the question, but with audio. I don't know your time in the day, but for
It,
review all the audio.
to be honest with you, I did that before, and some students they say too much homework. I don't want that. I don't like that.
No, but to
I'm just telling
no
you
sé,
what they
breve.
say. I mean, they don't have the time. Some people don't have the time or they don't like. So I
Uh,
did that in some groups before. Hey, I'm going to do this, and you're going to share your opinion in the WhatsApp group. And some people they call INSAFORP and they say, "This is too much. This is we don't have time for that."
but one audio, 30 seconds, a
Tomorrow,
briefly
yeah,
answer.
tomorrow you
Yeah,
will have the
it's
time. So tomorrow you will have the homework, so you will have the time to speak. So that will be it. And the thing is that I don't want to get in trouble with INSAFORP and things like that one, right?
okay. Okay. For tomorrow, the homework is we talk about our family root.
Yeah, family, I mean, it means that you are going to speak about my mom was born in this country or in this place, and my great grandmother is like this. She used to do this, and also about your last names. So both last names. Where are they come
Okay.
from? What
Hmm.
things like that.
Okay. Okay.
Very good. Do you have any other question? Any other thing?
No, teacher.
Okay, very good. So it was a pleasure to be with you. See you tonight, not tonight, but tomorrow, and
Tomorrow.
rest very well. Okay.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye now.
Bye.